Well, the year 2025 has become synonymous with the word tariff. The Trump administration's strategy shook up global markets, and we've seen the impact on prices right here in the U.S. Tonight, Anna Kubin looks back at the year in trade.
2025 was a pretty eventful year in global trade. When President Trump took office again in January, countries braced themselves for new tariffs. But when Trump's so-called Liberation Day came in April,
we came armed with a little smaller chart.
The hit was even harder than anticipated. Tariff rates were higher than expected. All countries were hit with duties of at least 10%, with some, like Brazil, hit with tariffs much, much higher.
They charge us, we charge them less, so how can anybody be upset?
Tax experts say that higher tariffs tend to lead to higher prices for consumers. And markets reacted to Trump's new duties, but when the bond market began to sell off, the president then seemed to listen.
I thought that people were jumping a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy, they were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid. I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate, because I told them if you retaliate, we're going to double it. And that's what I did with China, because they did retaliate. So we'll see how it all works out.
With the US and China each raising tariffs on the other and then eventually lowering them, the markets rebounded. And a new term, TACO, was coined. That stands for Trump always chickens out.
You call that chickening out? 6 months ago, this country was stone cold dead. We had a dead country. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that. It's called negotiation.
And over those 90 days, negotiations continued. The UK agreed to the first trade deal, at least in principle, and more deals, though with limited details, were announced over Truth Social. That's Trump's social media platform. By August, those without a deal got a new tariff rate.
I love tariffs. Most beautiful word. But I'm not allowed to say that anymore. I said tariff is my favorite word. I love the word tariff.
Then in October, Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping met and began to soften their respective positions on tariffs. Further meetings next year will be key. But in any case, Trump's tariffs bypassed US Congress, and in 2026, Trump awaits a decision from the Supreme Court on whether some of those tariffs are even lawful. So 2025 may have been eventful, but there is clearly plenty to watch out for in 2026. Anna Kubin, CNN, London.